Communications, Outreach and Marketing live from the Emergency Operations Center at Dallas City Hall. We will be receiving reports from City of Dallas department directors, but first I'd like to introduce my colleague Adriana Portillo to explain how those who wish to receive live Spanish oral interpretation may join the feed. Of Communications, Outreach and Marketing live from the Emergency Operations Center at Dallas City Hall.
Good morning, everybody.
We will be
I'd like to let you know that we have
Spanish
simultaneous interpretation available for this press conference. You can listen to the audio of our interpreter by clicking on the globe on the left-hand side of the screen and selecting the Spanish channel. There are also English and multilingual closed captioning available by clicking on the button with the letter CC. Hola, tenemos interpretación simultánea en español disponible para esta rueda de prensa. Para escuchar el audio de nuestro intérprete, haciendo clic en el globo del lado izquierdo de la pantalla y seleccionando el canal en español. También hay subtítulos en inglés y multilingüajes disponible, haciendo clic en el botón con las letras CC. Gracias.
Gracias, Adriana. Now I would like to introduce my colleague Travis Houston with the City of Dallas Office of Emergency Management, to be followed by Ali Hatefi in Public Works.
Sorry. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is, good morning. Yeah, not good afternoon. My name is Travis Houston. I'm the Assistant Emergency Management Coordinator for the City of Dallas Office of Emergency Management. The Emergency Operations Center remains activated in response to the ongoing winter weather event. We're going to remain activated through Wednesday, it looks like, till at least Thursday morning, depending on what the weather does. But our plan is to be activated at least through Wednesday night and most likely Thursday morning through rush hour until we start seeing some improvements. The biggest message that I'd like to get across today is, please, if you can, avoid traveling. The roads are very treacherous. We're seeing a lot of accidents for those that are out on the roads. And so we just encourage everyone, if you're able to and it's feasible, to please stay home and stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Travis. Next, we will hear from Public Works Director Ali Hatefi, followed by Code Compliance Services.
Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is safe and warm. Public Works and Dallas Water Utility had 42 sanding trucks out yesterday and overnight to provide services. We had more than 40 emergency requests that we had to address. We will continue to operate through Wednesday or as needed through the week. That's it for Public Works. Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, I'm going to go next to Christine Crossley with Office of Homeless Solutions.
Hi, folks. Hold on just a minute. There we go. Apologies. I am in my car delivering things to a shelter, but we have Austin Street is open. They are at around, I believe, 345 people and increasing. We also have Oaklawn United Methodist and Warren United Methodist open. Those are both at capacity with 50 and 80 respectively. And then the Central Library, Eric Johnson Library, will be opening here shortly. We are not turning people away right now, but we are getting all the supplies over there to stand shelter up. And they can hold around 250. And so pets are welcome anywhere they need to go. I believe we already have 2 pets at Austin Street who are doing well. And then in the meantime, if you do need assistance, please look at our OHS website, or excuse me, the webpage at the City of Dallas website for Office of Homeless Solutions. And that there's an inclement weather page with a banner at the top in bright red that will tell you what's open, how to get there. There are transportation zones also linked on that page around the city that folks can go to get picked up and taken to one of these inclement weather shelters. You can also call 311. There's a specific service request that is triggered during inclement weather that will connect to one of my staff and make sure that we are picking people up who cannot reach those locations. My outreach team, along with several others, are also out on the ground looking for people. And if someone is refusing to go inside, we are giving them a cold weather pack, which includes a Mylar blanket, hand and foot warmers, and tube socks and a hat. Those are also available at a rec center in each district. That is also listed on the inclement weather shelter page of our website, which is dallashomelesssolutions.com. And so those can be picked up there. Obviously, this is not what we want. We want people, well, this is not the best solution. I think we can all agree for people. We prefer that they go into shelter, but if they are refusing, the best chance for survival is going to be one of these cold weather packs. And I am receiving news that the library is now open, so people can go that way. And as always, we are very grateful that our main partner standing all of this up and helping run the show is Austin Street. And they have several partners as well who are doing wonderful, wonderful work with them. We'll have more information coming as this unfolds. Definitely shelter will be open through tonight, and we'll see what the weather holds for us in the morning. That's all I have.
Thank you, Christine Crossley with Office of Homeless Solutions. Next, we'll have Code Compliance Services followed by Transportation.
Good morning, everybody. Eric Onyetrefile, Public Information Coordinator for the City of Dallas Code Compliance Services. Hope everybody's staying warm. We do have neighborhood code. We have our inspection staff available to respond to any emergency code violations, such as no water, no heat, and other life hazards. What we're telling residents and tenants is to please, please, please report these concerns to 311 or using the Our Dallas app. Again, we have a contingency of inspectors going out and overnight assisting with any life hazards that we may come across.
Thank you. Transportation followed by Fleet Management.
Good morning, Kate Bauer from the Department of Transportation. Thanks everyone for joining. So far, we're grateful to report that there have been minimal impacts to our traffic signals, street lights, and other transportation infrastructure. With that said, we're continuing to monitor any power outages and road conditions, and we've got crews that are ready to respond if any issues arise. As the Office of Emergency Management shared earlier, we're of course encouraging everyone who could stay off the roads today to stay home. But if you are out on the roads, please make sure to use extra caution, leave extra room between other vehicles. And if you do come upon a traffic signal that's flashing or all out, treat it as a four-way stop. Thank you.
Thank you. Fleet Management followed by Sanitation.
Good morning, Dunzo Gibson, Director, Equipment and Fleet Management. Our service centers are open and supporting all of the departments that are helping with the inclement weather abatement and dealing with all the various issues that come along with the weather like this. We've had one small hiccup that we hope to have cleared between 1 and 2 o'clock today. One of our fuel islands that we maintain at Central, we had a short interruption and unleaded fuel is not available at this moment, but we hope to have that cleared up early this afternoon. Outside of that, all the other fuel islands are operational and functioning, and we have no other support issues or any problems. We've had overnight folks to stay in different hotel rooms downtown, so most of our staff were able to make it in today without any problems, and we're here supporting all of those who are out in the field, making the roadways and our citizens and our residents safe. And that's all I have for Fleet. Thanks.
Thank you. Sanitation followed by Dallas Animal Services, please.
Morning, Jay Council, Sanitation Services Director. This morning, sanitation reported to work as normal, dispatch crews, but however, conditions quickly deteriorated and it was no longer safe. The road conditions were no longer safe. We canceled collections for Tuesdays, garbage and recycle, and we will continue to monitor the situation and make a determination if collections can resume for Wednesdays. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Dallas Animal Services
Good morning.
followed by 311. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Good morning. This is Paul Ramon, Assistant Director for Dallas Animal Services. DAS is currently operational. We have staff in the field. We are responding and prioritizing our lack of care calls. We do ask that if you're cold, they are cold, if possible, bring all your pets and loved ones inside. If they do need to go out to take care of business, that's understandable. But if you are reporting a lack of care call, please understand that that may be one of the issues that's at hand. We will be operational and looking at beefing up some of our staffing throughout the remainder of our shifts to be able to respond to these calls, but we are operational and out in the field. We are pushing out as well safety, pet ownership, and sheltering messaging, and we will continue to do so that we could get the word out to the public. Thank you.
Thank you. 311 followed by Dallas Water Utilities.
Hi, good afternoon, or I'm sorry, good morning. I'm Daisy Fast, Director of 311. 311, we are successfully answering calls with no hold time. So residents, if they are encouraged to continue to call 311 if they need city services or use the Our Dallas app. We don't have any staffing issues. We were able to successfully house some of our critical staff in hotels overnight, and then as well deploy our work from home procedure. And so the majority of agents are working from home and taking the calls from there. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you. Dallas Water Utilities.
Good morning, Terry Lowry, Director of Dallas Water Utilities. In addition to providing support and working with Public Works on sanding, I'm happy to report that our wastewater treatment plants, our water distribution system, and our wastewater collection system are all operating normally. Meter services from midnight last night to 8 a.m. this morning had only had one burst pipe call. Unfortunately, as temperatures rise, those calls will probably increase. We have all appropriate emergency personnel available should they be needed. And as a reminder, please keep your sprinklers off so that you don't create icy conditions for other people. And if you have an issue with a burst pipe and need help turning your water off, please call 311. Thank you.
Thank you. Aviation followed by Parks and Recreation, please.
Good morning, Patrick Carino, Interim Director of Aviation. So far this morning, we are on a single runway operation as of earlier this morning because of the bands of weather that came through. The airlines are operating at a reduced schedule, so this has not been, we're not anticipating any impacts this afternoon as we bring up the second runway later today. And we were in a ground stop operation till about an hour this morning till about 10:15 a.m., but that was lifted at about an hour and a half ago. And we continue to have crews on staff throughout the event. We're anticipating through Thursday morning to be in snow removal operations.
Thank you, Patrick. Parks and Recreation. We'll come back. Are there any other departments with reports to make? If not, we'll go to media questions in the order RSVPs were received for as many rounds as time permits. We'll start with Spectrum News 1, followed by WFAA Channel 8. Not hearing from Spectrum News 1, WFAA 8, followed by Estrella TV.
Hi, this is William Joy with WFAA. Thanks for having this press conference. Just a quick clarification from, I believe it would be Public Works. I think I just wanted to double check. Does the city of Dallas actually have plows? I know you said you had 42 sand trucks, but does the city actually have plows? And do you believe that those sand trucks are sufficient to help clear roads right now?
Thank you for the question, Ali Hatibi, Director of Public Works. We do have plowers also, but we are focusing on major thoroughfare and overpasses, the bridges at this point. So we're providing sanding and, we had a night shift. Now we're going to start the day shift and hopefully we'll take care of majority of the roads. Again, at this point, we're not able to address the residential streets unless there is an emergency response that we need to address.
Thank you. Next, Estrella TV, followed by KRLD. Not hearing from Estrella, we'll come back. KRLD, followed by Aldia.
Hi, good morning. Just a question about the homeless shelters. What's the state of capacity like for these shelters right now? Are they at capacity? Are they below capacity?
Hello, this is Christine Crosley, Office of Homeless Solutions Director. So some are at capacity or approaching capacity. So Austin Street Shelter is, I realize I gave some ballpark numbers earlier. I've since been updated on those. So it's now at 295. They top out at roughly 450. And so when we get to this point, the other two smaller temporary at Warren United Methodist and Oaklawn United Methodist have both been triggered. Those are 50 and 80 and imminently. And so now we are opening up the library, which has a capacity of roughly 250. And then at that point, if we hit more capacity.
Christine, we lost your audio. And we lost your video.
I'm sorry,
Is
can
there
you hear
anyone
me
else?
now?
Yes, thank you.
Did you need me to repeat anything I said?
Yeah, that would be great.
You were just starting. Go ahead. You were
Oh,
talking
I'm
about when
sorry.
we reach capacity. If you could pick up when you were saying when we reach capacity.
At the library, yes, when we reach capacity at the library, we will look at what's next. Right now, I'm thinking we'll be okay because as bad as this is, it isn't really predicted to go for too many more days. So we're okay. I said we will continue to provide updates as this develops.
Christine, your audio is cutting out again. If you could turn off your camera and maybe repeat the last thing you said, please. Or is there anyone else from Office of Homeless Solutions who can speak?
We'll continue to provide updates as the weather evolves.
Thank you. And we can come back on future rounds if we need to Office of Homeless Solutions. Aldia, followed by CBS 11. Not hearing from Aldia, we'll come back. CBS 11, followed by KERA. Not hearing from CBS 11, we'll come back. KERA, followed by the Dallas Morning News.
Hi, this is Nathan Collins from KERA. I just wanted to know, just an update on those two, the two United Methodist Church. Are those shelters at capacity?
So yes, they are reaching capacity. Warren United Methodist has 46 people, and their capacity is 50, and Oaklawn has around 80, and their capacity is 80.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dallas Morning News, followed by NBC.
Hey, it's Everton Bailey with the Dallas Morning News. Thank you all for the time. I was hoping I'd get an update on any emergency responses related to the weather, such as crashes or people who've been transported to the hospital, for hypothermia or other related reasons.
We have Dallas Fire Rescue here. Please stand by.
Yes, my name is Deputy Chief James Russ with Dallas Fire Rescue. As of yesterday, from 9 a.m. To 7 p.m., we had, 7 a.m. to 7 a.m. this morning, we had 1,163 calls for service, and normally we usually have around 800. Of those, 286 were motor vehicle accidents, where normally we have 187. We had 9 reported structure fires with 5 working fires. Our normal total is usually 3 to 4 calls for fire per day, with 2 to 3 working. We had 3 environmental emergencies and 2 transport to shelters. We also have around 4 paramedics working at different shelters throughout the city, and that's about it.
Thank you very much, Chief. Just one quick question for clarification. When you say environmental emergencies, can you elaborate on that?
That would be someone that's called that's out in the cold that they may be suffering from some type of weather-related emergency for EMS service.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll have NBC followed by Fox. Not hearing from NBC, we'll go to Fox followed by CNN. CNN followed by, actually, that'll bring us all the way around. Is there anyone on from CNN? All right, we'll take another round. Spectrum News 1. WFAA.
Yeah, sorry, just following back up again on roads. Allie, if it, or so, anybody else, how would you, I guess, what are you hearing from crews as far as your description of roadways? And then also, how do you expect plans to change going into the afternoon and then to the evening? Is it the same kind of throughout with laying down this sand and plowing, or are you planning to mix things up as the weather changes and moves through?
Thank you for the question. Yeah, I mean, the road condition has gotten worsened compared to yesterday. Of course, it depends on the amount of precipitation that we're going to receive, if we receive any, and accumulation of ice. We're going to monitor the roads to see how it's going to, the condition going to evolve, and we're going to address it that way. But for now, we're just planning to sand all the major roads again and overpasses to see how the weather changes.
And sorry, one quick clarification. You'd mentioned the 42 sand trucks. How many plows are currently going?
I don't have the number on the top of my head right now. I have to ask actually, but those are typically per, I guess, if it's needed in any places. Our main forces is just sanding the roads. Because the sand has a mixture of the salt and it will help with the, I guess, the icing of the roadways. So this is our major forces, but the plower is more of a secondary approach that we have in case if there's a need for any roadways or anything like that. At this point, we don't have that much of a accumulation of the ice that requires a lot of plowers to be engaged, but we'll see how it goes.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. I will now go to KRLD. Not hearing from KRLD. KERA.
We're all good at KERA. Thank you.
Thank you. Dallas Morning News.
Yes, Everton Bailey with the Dallas Morning News again. My question is for the sanitation department. If collections resume Wednesday or Thursday, would it be just for that day, or would the collections also include the previous days that are missed because of the weather?
Currently, the protocol will be for the current day's collection. I mean, a day's collection is about as much as we can do at that one time for that service day. But we will also have some additional messaging to determine how we can, maybe work some overtime on the weekend to pick up any customers that may have been missed during the week.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dallas Morning News. NBC. Fox 4. Folsom News. Any other questions from WFAA? KRLD? KERA? Dallas Morning News?
Yes, sorry, one more last question. For 311, is there any data available on the amount of calls or requests that you guys have received and how they compare to typical numbers?
Hello. Hey, good morning. Thanks for the question. Yes, I do have some information that, Catherine, I don't know if I can just email that, but just at a high level, um, our call volume is not very high right now. We are able to successfully answer all of our calls within our uh, pretty much immediately if the caller decides to speak to an agent. The majority of our calls right now are related to, so I don't know if you know, but 311 is a multidisciplined call center. So we handle a lot of different calls for our partner departments. So a lot of the calls right now are related to um, sanding, obviously, followed by animal concerns. And so we're supporting Dallas Animal Services there. And then followed by court inquiries. As you know, court has canceled their dockets for today and tomorrow, and jury duty. So we're handling a lot of calls, just double checking, information requests regarding courts, and then followed by sanitation inquiries since they canceled their routes today, um, fielding those phone calls. But as far as exact numbers, I don't have that on hand right now.
Thank you.
hmm
Thank you all. Also, in closing, I wanted to announce that the City of Dallas's facilities will be closed. City-sponsored activities will be canceled, including the City Council meeting on Wednesday, February the 1st. So the city facilities that are providing emergency warming relief and essential services will be open as needed, but City of Dallas facilities, including libraries and recreation centers, will be closed to the public on Wednesday, February 1st, and the Wednesday, February 1st meeting of the Dallas City Council will be canceled. For updates on city facility hours and emergency operations, please visit dallascitynews.net. Thank you all for being here today. Please stay warm, stay safe, avoid driving if you can, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks.